Sunsets are mostly very colorful and a favorite with artists as well as with buyers. Sunsets normally have lots of red in them, so we will start off by covering the canvas with cadmium orange. With a small brush, roughly sketch in the main outlines, and then, with blue, paint in the sky area and lighten it out to some white near the horizon, and then smooth it out. Mix a touch of orange into white and work in the light clouds and a few stray ones. And now with a dark red-purple color, add in the shadowed clouds and also softly paint in the other smaller, looser clouds. With a lighter color of the same mix, add the lower clouds to the left. This is the underpainting. Now you can start painting in all the various tonal ranges. Slowly and carefully work in the ranges, darkening them up as you progress. And on the upper cloud, gently tap in the lighter reflections that are actually on the base of the cloud. You will notice that I work randomly here and there, and I do this in order to balance out the tonal ranges so that they work together harmoniously. Add the final darks under the smaller distant clouds, and then add some light cadmium yellow for the glow on the horizon. Now don't panic if this happens to have a slightly greenish tinge to it. Mix a blue-grey and paint in the distant mountain and just hint at the sunlit ridges with a light orange mix. Cadmium red and ultramarine is the mix for the main mountain. It will be dark on the left side and a little bit lighter on the sunlit faces. After that, block in a dark green-grey for the distant block of trees, and paint in the sunlit ridges on the main mountain. Now don't add detail. At this time of the day and at this distance, you will see only different shapes and tonal ranges. Paint in the sunlit colors of the dune with white, which has had some yellow ochre added to it. The light grey mix is used for the shadows on the dune. Add some more yellow ochre if the original layer looks too white. Finish the distant range on the right, and with a grey-green begin to block in the large clump of trees. Also, don't do any detailing in this area. For the tidal lake, paint in some bright blue, and ironically enough, paint the base of the dune shadow with the dark color used in the clouds, and a slightly lighter mix for the foreground underpainting. Using yellow ochre with a touch of white, add in the initial sunlight on the dune sands. With some of the mountain mixes, begin building up the various lights and darks in the foreground. With a small filbert, or even a small flat brush, paint in the various shades of color indicating the many mounds of sand, and add some tree green to indicate the small trees. Just dab them in randomly. Paint in the left-hand dune sunlight areas, and then with a darkish purple paint the shadows in this area. Follow through with these colors into the foreground. We can now add some more blue for the water. The foreground is a whole series of mounds. Each will have a highlight and a shadow on the left side. Remember to keep them small in the distance and gradually getting larger as they come more forward into the painting. They are also more lighter in the distance and build up the different tonal ranges in the foreground. Now, to give the impression of dune grass, use the flat side of the brush and tap it on the canvas. Let the bristles paint the grass for you. Carry on building up the grass and the shadows and the highlights, and this time with some light orange. For interest's sake, and also to balance the lower dark cloud on the left, Begin building up a larger mound on the bottom right-hand corner. Use the same orange color and using a small brush, add more highlights to the distant mountain and on some of the smaller dunes. Now is the time to do the final touches to the clouds. Please like this video if you enjoyed watching us and give us your comments below. We would also love you to subscribe for more lessons like this.